I read a lot of horse books. My mom would take me to the library and let me check as many out as I could carry. And I would get lost in them. I would get lost in the Black Stallion. I would get lost in Misty of Chincoteague. And it just felt right. It felt like what my life wanted to be like, to be around horses. And that love existed before I ever touched a horse. My first ride was on a pony when I was under 3 years old, but now I look back at the pictures of those ponies and know how happy I was as a child to be with them.
Long before she understood the words land-grant mission, long before she became a scientist, a dean, or one of Kentucky agriculture's most influential leaders, Nancy Cox was captivated by the idea that trust could bring two very different partners together.
Come on, big girl.
It would become the story of her life.
And when I think through what's the most important thing about both kinds of bonds or partnerships, it's trust and reliability.
Her story begins 340 miles away in Greer, South Carolina. Born in Greenville, Nancy spent most of her childhood in nearby Greer. The only child of Virgil and Marguerite Cox. They kept horses and raised and sold hay. Nancy was bookish, an introvert, until 4-H gave her a reason to speak.
When I talk to 4-H students, I go like, who's shy in the room? Who's too shy to even say they're shy? But 4-H gave me the chance to do something on my own and tell why I did it, and I lost a lot of shyness there.
At age 10, Nancy began barrel racing on an experienced Appaloosa named Patches.
And my dad got me on a little barrel course, and she did all the work. She did all the work until I learned I could help.
By the time she was 15, the mare she trained and showed was the ladies' walking horse champion of South Carolina. By the time Nancy graduated from Greer Senior High in 1971, she spoke at commencement on the theme of reach out and touch somebody's hand.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand, make this world a better place.
The reaching out, Nancy said that day, must occur on both sides, those helping and those being helped. For human conditions to be improved, there must be understanding, and understanding is best promoted by action. Nancy said she was considering careers in teaching or medicine, as these areas offer greater service to mankind. Cox graduated cum laude from Furman University with a degree in English. She was accepted into medical school. But when veterinary school did not work out on her first attempt, she entered graduate research. That apparent detour revealed her vocation.
And decided that was exactly what I wanted to do research for the betterment of farm animals and the economy around them.
On to the University of Georgia and a master's degree in animal physiology and a doctorate 5 years later from North Carolina State University. Then to Mississippi State University, where Nancy devoted nearly 15 years researching the reproductive physiology of farm animals. But her superiors recognized that she could do even more, recommending a leadership position in the university's experiment station.
It was like a big notion. All of a sudden, it's not just you anymore, you and your students. It's you're helping a lot of people who in turn have a lot of students.
On October 1st, 2001, Cox arrived at the University of Kentucky as Associate Dean for Research and Director of the Kentucky Agricultural Experiment Station.
And Dean Smith put her right to work and threw her into the fire.
The state's signature industry was in crisis. That spring, pregnant mares had begun losing their foals at an alarming rate.
And her job was to bring the faculty together in the College of Agriculture and Extension Service to aid the horse industry in trying to find out what was this mysterious issue that was causing the mares to abort.
Literally, there were carcasses of foals piled up in the rooms and no real good record system to keep track of it.
Farm surveys pointed toward unlikely culprits, cherry trees, and eastern tint caterpillars. Entomologists doubted the theory, but designed controlled trials that exposed powerful evidence.
When you prove counter to what you believe in, that's a big deal.
The findings gave horse farms practical guidance before the next caterpillar season.
We only lost under 15%, where it had been 30% the year before. The next year, it was negligible amount.
And so since she had done such a fantastic job, we went to her again.
Cox helped rally faculty, university leaders, and horse industry partners behind what became the UK Equine Initiative.
Of developing a curriculum dealing with the equine industry.
The Equine Initiative Field Day gives us a chance to showcase our programs and our new faculty and staff that are working on really all aspects of the horse industry.
More than 220 students were enrolled. New faculty had to be hired, and its outreach was reaching tens of thousands of people.
If not for Nancy Cox, it probably wouldn't be there. She was the one that really got behind that and pushed it very hard.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby.
Her equine legacy extended beyond the classroom. Beginning in the early 2000s, Cox helped build UK partnerships in medication research, drug testing, racetrack surfaces,
And here is the equine ambulance pulling up next to 8 Bells.
and catastrophic injury prevention.
She was so eager to deploy the resources of the land-grant university in times of need, whether it be a natural disaster, whether it be an unfortunate disease outbreak, or the need for specific research.
The first female dean of the College of Agriculture, Dean Nancy Cox. Please give...
On January 1st, 2014, Cox became the college's 11th dean and the first woman to hold the position.
It was a big deal to many young women.
Her leadership style was quiet, deliberate, and highly personal.
She never missed a meeting. She really never missed a meeting, and she got to know the people. And I think over time, by being honest, being straightforward, and she just earned their trust.
There was more than one time where I had to call her at night and said, "Dean, give me some advice on this meeting tomorrow."
She expects you to work hard. But the thing I always admired about as much as anything else, she's there with you.
Are we helping society? Is it a public good? Is our research being translated into something people can use? Is our extension reaching everybody who they need to reach? That's the whole reason for this review, is how can we serve Kentucky better?
Cox directed a comprehensive examination of cooperative extension to strengthen its ability to meet changing needs.
Nancy has approached all of those obligations with a natural grace and a recognition of the depth of humanity that is present.
In 2020, President Eli Capilouto named her UK's first vice president for land grant engagement, tasking her with carrying the service mission beyond agriculture and across the entire university.
And here's what I'll remember about Nancy. She may have come to you with a challenge or a problem, but never without a solution.
When COVID disrupted classes and public life in 2020, farmers still needed answers, and Nancy reassured them that UK would not falter.
We can't take time off during the planting season.
Before Kentucky Ag had fully emerged from one unprecedented disruption, nature delivered another. With a heritage dating back to 1925, the Research and Education Center in Princeton had been part of Cox's responsibility from her first day at UK.
Our friends right now in Princeton and Central Caldwell County, you guys are dealing with it now.
An EF4 tornado left 49 of the Princeton facility's 58 buildings a complete loss. Much of its specialized research equipment had been custom built and could not simply be reordered. The producers who depend on Princeton anxiously waited for word of its future. Would there be one?
And what people trusted most when they asked, are you going to rebuild, is when Nancy Cox assured them, we're going to rebuild. Nancy stood shoulder to shoulder with members of those communities, both east and west.
And so it wasn't very long that I came and met everybody. I was struck by the family atmosphere. I was also struck by the dedication to serving our farmers and other clients.
Nancy's relationship with Kentucky's cattle industry was built upon learning from people raising cattle every day.
She was a good listener, and I think she would ask for advice. She may not always agree agree with the advice.
That relationship created the foundation for a new public-private partnership. The resulting Kentucky Livestock Innovation Center would bring producers, researchers, extension specialists, communicators, and students together in one place.
Dean Cox is a great leader. He's a great collaborator.
One of Cox's largest late career achievements also stretched back to her first year in Kentucky.
I don't know that there's another acronym around that shares the name FAPRU, but we have it.
Over the next 2 decades, the partnership expanded research serving Kentucky's forage, cattle, and equine industries.
So today is a day to celebrate partnerships.
Nancy had earned the trust of a well-placed ally in Washington.
Dean Cox, you all have never disappointed me and has built an agriculture college that we're all so immensely proud of.
The collaboration culminated in a $66 million federal research facility, placing UK and USDA scientists side by side.
The James B. Beam Institute is holding its annual conference.
Another distinctly Kentucky partnership, the James B. Beam Institute, brought bourbon research and workforce development onto the UK campus.
We are grateful to be surrounded today by so many important partners.
The largest gift in UK history became another extraordinary expression of confidence. With the Bill Gatton Foundation committing $100 million, the college became the Martin Gatton College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment.
Nancy's main goal is to see the job gets done.
It's amazing what you can achieve when you don't care who gets the credit.
But it was always that honest conversation back and forth that she had with us.
Cox measured the success of a land-grant university not by reputation alone, but by whether its work reached families and communities.
Extension just shows up and does what needs to be done.
In 2026, Kentucky Electric Cooperative selected Dr. Nancy Cox as its Distinguished Rural Kentuckian.
To be recognized as contributing to the state when it's characterized with so much rural nature was so gratifying to me.
So many things she touched still echo through every corner of Kentucky.
So let's not just be an ivory tower, let's make a difference as a land-grant university in the real world.
Dr. Nancy Cox helped modernize Kentucky's land-grant promise by bringing people together, earning their trust, and turning research and partnership into service that will endure for generations.
So Alex and the Black Stallion didn't have the same language, but they understood each other. And now we know how connected horses and humans can be, such that even their heart rates can be synchronized and their brains work together. But that was just at its essence, the solving problems together and the most beautiful partnership.
Organization and ours and Farm Bureau and Kentucky Department of Agriculture and other, we all must keep and extend and expand our commitment to rural Kentucky. The challenges are great. We need to communicate and serve better. And I'm confident that with the organizations and the strength that are brought to bear in Kentucky, we can get that done. So thank you for giving me the designation of Rural Kentuckian. It is such an incredible honor. Thank you all so much.